What's up, Aries? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So to start off, happy birthday, guys. Happy birthday to those who have birthdays at the end of March, those going into April. So this is going to be a fun time, guys. What this means is that every single reading or set of readings, rather, that I do, you guys will always be the first to come out, so you'll never have to wait. And then at the end of the night, an hour or two from now, I'm going to post in the community tab to see what bonus readings you guys want. So I will put a list of them, and then the top 2 readings, I will go ahead and give you guys those as extra readings. All right, cool. All right, guys, so let's see what is going on with you for your birthday month of April, or for the majority of your birthday months. So let's see what's going on with the sign of Aries. April 2018. What is going on with the sign of Aries? Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So the energy that we have here, beautiful, the 3 of Pentacles. So with the 3 of Pentacles, this is going to be something that you guys are building, something that you're working on. It could be with actual monetary businesses, or this could be a relationship that you're working on. Now, quickly, guys, this is going to be a general reading, so whatever pops up, pops up. And yes, it's going to be for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Now, back to this. So yeah, something that you guys are building, and I feel like at the time that you're building this thing, there is some sort of pain that you are repressing, okay? Or something that you have to forgive, or something that you want someone to forgive about you. And a sense of indecision about a huge change that's happened, something that you've given up on, all right? So you're building on something, but you let go of something else. So let's see how this all plays out. And the first card you guys have for your past is the Queen of Cups. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio that you guys were dealing with. But this is going to be someone who's very loving, very amorous, very in tune with their emotions. Someone who kind of gives that motherly love. And we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. So maybe this person stopped talking to you for whatever reason. Or it could have been that this person was saying things that sounded good, but they couldn't necessarily deliver on. Okay, because with the Page of Cups, it could be someone who says loving, amorous things, or just has a really good idea that they seem very passionate about, but for some reason they can't follow through with what it is they say. Maybe they're not emotionally ready, maybe they're too mature, maybe they're just simply not ready to get into it, okay? And we have the 5 of Cups, so there is a sense of sadness and loss that you may have felt because of that, all right? We do have the King of Swords in the reverse, so whether this is you or someone that you guys were dealing with, possibly an air sign here, there's someone that was being very selfish at this point, okay? Someone that could have been very manipulative, someone who could be, or could have been rather abusive mentally, physically, emotionally, verbally. And you felt like you really, really had to guard yourself at this point. For some of you, you could have been guarding your money as well. All right, and we have the 8 of Cups in the reverse. So there could have been a past lover that tried coming back into your life, or someone that you were very emotionally invested in that you had kind of, became estranged from. But I feel like you guys were very, very guarded towards it. Okay, the Hierophant in the reverse, you just didn't see it as something that would build. You saw it as something that seemed unconventional, all right? And you just didn't see yourself going forward with it, especially if there would have been an injustice involved, or if you knew that this was just a person that you couldn't trust. And the last card that we have for the past is the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So could be an earth sign here, but with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, this is someone who is usually very, very patient, very down to earth, but someone that they put so much time and hard work into something, so they become very upset and maybe even immature and petty when they don't get their way with it. All right, so Could be your energy, someone else's energy. And with the Star card, just something that you lose faith in, or that you just don't have faith in at this point. All right. And with the Knight of Wands, you guys are in control of this. So I feel like someone tries to come back into your life and you're just like, nope, I know what this, I know where this road will lead me. And I'm really not trying to do that again. All right. And that could have caused a sense of arguing or conflict here. In the present moment, the first card that you guys have is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So you're seeing something as a waste of time and effort, or maybe something that you've invested a lot of time into is just a waste of time and effort. And you have the Sun card in the reverse, where I feel there was unexpected information that came to light. Okay, and with the High Priestess in the reverse, it's going to be one of two things. It's going to be something that you were keeping to yourself that finally came out, something that maybe you didn't want, other people knowing. Or this could be something that came out, you saw it clearly for what it was, but it was something that you had already known in your gut, in your heart, but you just tried your best to kind of avert, from seeing the reality of what this was. But you guys are happy here. There's something that really, really makes you happy with the Nine of Cups. All right, and we have the Five of Wands in the reverse, so whatever it is that comes out, or you see it as a waste of time, you're just releasing a burden. You don't want to fight, you don't want to argue, you don't want to compete. You're just being happy. All right, and we have the King of Swords in the reverse, where this is going to be someone that they just really are concerned about themselves, what's going to be good for them and them only. So maybe this is you guys really putting your foot down, saying, F this, and just going about things in a way that's going to benefit you. Okay, or maybe you're dealing with someone like that, or someone's like that with you, but you're not feeding into it. Okay, but again, this is happening because there's secrets coming out. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Last card here is the Emperor in the reverse, guys. So this is a card for Virgo and Aries. So it could be you guys either being fake or dishonest about something, wearing a mask in a situation, and keep in mind all of these cards could be vice versa with the energies. Or this could be something that you guys feel so sure of, down to a fault, okay, where you're being very, very stubborn. You think that you're really right about something, but you may not be. All right, so let's see why this is here. You have the Knight of Cups. So again, this water energy is coming back in, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, and Seven of Swords in reverse. So whether you're trying to really push something that's not good for you and it ends up just blowing up in your face and you see the truth of it, or you were being fake and dishonest, whoever's holding secrets here, whoever's doing something that's not necessarily good, it's going to come out. Okay, so just something to definitely keep in mind. Now, moving forward, the first card that you guys have is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, where you could feel like there's a bump in the road. You could feel like, there is some bad luck that was thrown into this. But remember that this is more of a moment than, you season in your life. So it's something that's going to pass over quickly, okay? The Knight of Swords. I feel that this is you guys just taking that energy, cutting out whatever's not going to work for you, not wanting to deal with any bullshit or anything that can distract you, although you're still emotionally invested in whatever this is. Okay? You're just doing your best to be stable, to work hard, and you're rejecting anything that's not working for you, or maybe someone's rejecting you, but, the worst is behind you with the Ten of Swords in reverse. All right? So you guys get to a place where you're avoiding conflict at all costs. You don't want to fight. You don't want to argue. You don't want to get into anything that is just going to feel difficult. All right? And you have the Two of Cups, so you guys could have a very, very strong connection that comes in. This could be a soulmate connection. This could be you guys getting a job, or if there's any sort of decision that you're waiting on, this is you guys getting your way and just being very happy. All right? Three of Pentacles, so you're building. So there's something that was really messing, with your head. But you do end up building with something that is really good for you, okay? But there's still a harsh exchange of words between you and someone else or other people while this is happening. But the good thing about it is that you're not going to overexert yourself for things that aren't going to work for you. With the Hanged Man, you're kind of there in suspension. If people want to walk out of your life, you're going to let them. If people want to come into your life and they might not necessarily have good intentions, you're kind of just going to be there and you're going to observe it. You're not going to jump head first into it. All right, Four of Swords. You guys are literally just in chill mode. You're observing, you're looking at everything around you, and you're not going to make any moves until you're sure about what the hell you're doing. All right, and you have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So you think, you take a step back from things, and there's something that you completely give up on and let go of because there's just way too much adversity here. And for some of you, I feel like it had to do with a third party, if this, is pertaining to you when it comes to love. All right. So if there is a third party that you guys had brought into a situation in terms of love and you got caught, I see you being like, damn, I got caught, but you kind of still go into, whoever you're really down for. But there's going to be an ending here. There is something that you're dropping, something that could be hard for you to move away from, but you have a new start that's coming in, something that has the potential to last a very long time. Okay? So just be careful, because I see more of the infidelities on the Aries end, but again, this could be twisted, and for others of you, this might not even have to do with love. Okay, so it could just be something that you may be doing wrong. So just make sure that you're keeping yourself in check, okay? So, all right, guys, let's pull out these Earth Magic Oracle cards and see what is going on. All right, let's see what your advice is going to be for the month of April. What is advice for Aries for the month of April? Alright, so let's see what card flies out for you guys. Alright. Vision Quest, okay? And I think it's very, very interesting that at the bottom of the deck we have the Spring Equinox Rebirth, but in the reverse, okay? So there's something new that is coming into your life. You're not at the point that it's necessarily taken off just yet, but it's there, it's available to you, but I just feel like there's something between you and whatever that is that it's holding you back from going into it full force. Now, with Desert Vision Quest, especially with seeing the Hanged Man, the Four of Swords, you guys are really in a place where I feel like you're deeply thinking about what is going to happen here, what's going to be the best choice for me, how did I get to where I am, where do I want to go, who do I want to be with, what job do I want. And this is just a point in your life where I feel that the change that is coming in for you guys is going to be so big. I feel that it's going to be inevitable, but I feel like you guys really want to be sure before you take that first step, because I feel like a lot is at stake for you guys. And something that I'm feeling as well is that if you do make this decision, if you do go into that rebirth mode, if you do go into this new stage in your life, there's a sense of not being able to look back. Okay, so that's something that could be scary for a lot of you, where you're right there, you have to take that leap, but you're kind of looking back, and then you're looking forward, and you're looking back, and you're looking forward. So my best advice, when we're faced with a tough situation, a tough decision, maybe some of you are stuck between two people, if that is the case, I think the question, or the answer rather, is very, very simple. Where are you your best self? Who or what brings out the better qualities in you? What makes your heart feel more at ease? If there's a situation where you're kind of around somebody and it's like, ugh, and you feel like you have to force it, or you're constantly questioning it, and you're constantly looking out and saying, oh, but I feel like I could have done better. I feel like I could have had a better job. I feel like I should have, I shouldn't have taken this so soon. You have to listen to that. I feel that we always truly in our hearts know what we want. The hardest thing is practicing that. Because right now, I feel like your biggest fear may be upsetting people. But as selfish as this is going to sound, people get over things. Okay? At the end of the day, you have to follow your heart and what feels good and what feels right. Okay? And, not saying to go out and be malicious and just break hearts. Okay? Because, if you're a moral person, you shouldn't go out with the intention to do things like that. But the truth is, the heart wants what it wants. Our souls have things that they need, and sometimes as we awaken, that changes. So you have to change with your heart, with your spirit, with your soul. So where is that change going to happen? What is going to make you feel best in the situation? And I feel like you guys really have to think about that. But honestly, wake up in the morning and the first thing that comes to mind out of the two or out of the decisions that you have to make is probably the one that you should go towards. All right, but it's going to be different for everybody. But just go with where your heart is. Go with what makes you happy. Go with what makes sense. And, you know, with just that hanged man position, you guys are in a place where you want someone or something that will just simply accept. You don't want to be forcing anything in your life at this point. So where are you more accepted? Where is your heart and soul at ease? Okay, it's you know, possible that some of you may have felt like you made a mistake and now you want to change that, you want to go a different direction, and maybe you're, what's the word for it? I don't want to say embarrassed. Maybe you are ashamed maybe of the decision that you may make because of how you may upset other people because it showed whatever it is that you're going into. There's just a lot of backlash on it. So again, people could get upset, people could get hurt, but you either face that, you deal with it, you know, deal with it head on, or you stay in a situation that you're not happy. Okay, and 5-10 years down the road, you're looking at yourself like, fuck, I should have gotten out when I had the chance. So you guys really have to make an important decision here. And at the end of the day, you have to go for what you want. Okay, you know, make sure that your family is good. You know, if you have kids, make sure they're good first. But definitely go for what you want, for what you think is right. Okay, because we have to start with ourselves. We cannot be happy with other people if we're not happy within ourselves. So you guys decide what it is that you need and want here. Okay. So Aries, this is definitely a lot to think about. So I hope that you guys do make the best decision with this, whatever it is that you're going through. For those of you that do want a personal reading, if you have an iPhone, you can call or text me on an app called InstantGo. It'll be below in the description. And I also have a new website if you guys do want to get readings. It's highvibrationswithliz.com, and I will also have that in the description. But I love you guys, and I will see you again soon. Take care.